Hi there, Jeff.
Hi.
So, what brings you in today?
Well, I decided to drop out of school. Um, I'm just really stressed. I have a lot of pressure that's been intensifying. Like I just haven't been doing well, and I can't. Like I've had I had a panic attack, and I was really scared. I thought I was having a heart attack at first, but figured out later it was just a panic attack, and it was after finding out like I can't get better than an F,
Okay.
basically. So that's not great. But after having that, finding out about that and just stress accumulating over the semester, and yeah, that's what I think what led to the panic attack. And I think I'm just gonna drop out.
Okay. A panic attack sounds pretty serious. That sounds very difficult. Um, can you tell me more about the episode and kind of what happened and led to that?
Yeah, I mean, again, like the detail, like the accumulation of stress led to the panic attack. Um, Again, like I haven't been able to get my grades up, and like I had like a tightness in my chest, like shallow breathing, and I just had to lay down and breathe really slowly and deeply. And then after that passed, I was trying to figure out like, okay, well, what can I do next? Um, like if finding out I can't pass my classes, like who do I talk to my advisor? I mean, I don't want to talk to my parents. um, is there something that I can do so that I can get myself out of this mess? And I'm just trying to think of all the steps I can take.
Okay. So these are all very physical things and outcomes, right? Can you tell me more about like what you were feeling when it happened, or kind of how you've been feeling since?
I'm just really, really upset. I'm really angry at myself for letting this happen. Um, I thought I would be able to do it, and I just feel very disappointed in myself. I thought I had the confidence in coming here, and I don't know, it being my first semester, like that I'll do well, but I didn't, and now I'm just angry at myself, and I'm afraid of like what other people will think about me for like not succeeding, and like especially with my family and them being ashamed of me. I don't know. I guess that's how I've been feeling. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. So you mentioned anger, that you're very upset. You talk about losing confidence in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You care a lot about the perceptions of other people, that they have, what they have of you, what
Yeah.
they think. And you mentioned that your family, you're worried they're going to be ashamed of you for dropping out. And that last part's very interesting because in our previous sessions, you talk a lot about how your family didn't want you to go to school and they wanted you to stay home. them and close to them.
Mm-hmm.
So it just seems contradictory that they would, on one hand, not want you to go, but now you think they're going to be upset that you're coming back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I guess it can't be both.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, I guess it can't be both.
Right. So another thing from a couple sessions ago, we talked about how you were going to reach out to your family and discuss, the struggles you were having and how you were feeling a lot of pressure from them. Were you ever able to get around to that? Were you ever able to talk to them?
No.
No?
No.
Why were you not able to do that?
I mean, I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't want to disappoint them. I never wanted to disappoint them, and in failing my classes, I will surely disappoint them. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
by telling them that their son has failed and dropped out of college, and I don't think. I don't know. I'll probably just end up working at the factory that my brother worked at, and that'll be disappointing to them as well, since I told them I wanted to go off and not work near home. I wanted to go to college.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just be a disappointment to them.
So we've already said that they want you back, so that's, that you may be overstating their disappointment because you're unsure of that because you haven't talked to them yet. And let's say you do go back and work at the factory. What would be so bad about that? You would have a job. You would be able to support your family. You would be close to them now, and they would, your support system would be back. And it would give you some time to kind of ruminate over what you want to do. You talk a lot in sessions about how you feel like you're wasting your time here because you're an undecided major and you don't know what you want to do eventually. So yeah, I guess what would be so bad?
What would be so bad?
Yeah.
I don't know, that I'm just, not completing a college education. And having poor performance and failing out, I will be seen as an unskilled, worker. And I don't know, if I try and find a job and employers ask, what's your education? I can't put down one semester of being out of college and not, getting A's or B's, my GPA not being high, not completing a degree. There's I don't know, no one wants to hire someone like that. Yeah, I don't know who would hire me.
You can't see yourself pursuing other options, going back to school somewhere else, or starting your own business?
Starting your own business is I feel like I have no idea where to begin with that. And again, I think having an education, that's what you need to be successful now. And expects you to have a degree, and if I were to start a business, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I don't know where I would begin, and I don't have the knowledge that I should have. Um, and yeah, I would need to actually be good at school. I just think I'll just work at the factory, or I don't know.
I think that as a first generation college student, you probably have this Hollywood idea of what it's like to go to college, right? This very, what the media portrays as a traditional student. And to be completely honest, the landscape of higher education has completely changed over the past few decades. More and more people are opting to go to community colleges or technical colleges instead, so that they can save money, kind of get those general education credits out of the way,
Yeah.
or be able to explore different options and save some money that way. The traditional student, it's really just a myth. People go back when they want to do a midlife career change. How many people just audit classes nowadays? In fact, my 55-year-old father just completed a degree in IT work after spending a year, the whole previous part of his life just working in customer service, and now he's very happily in his IT job. And he said that a lot of the other people in his program were in a similar situation where they were going back after significant time off.
Okay. I guess that's nice to hear that. There are people who can, overcome things like this. But I don't know. I feel like I don't know if that'll be possible for me. I even feel like I want to be in school, and it's just I feel like I've never fit in coming here. I feel like that's part of why I struggled is I've never really fit in. I've never really connected with anyone. Like I'm at this new school, and it's hard to navigate through it since I've never gone to college. And this is what I feel like. This is what my family said would happen. Is this what's happening now?
So it always circles back to your family, Jeff. Every question, somehow your family comes into play. So it's obvious that they're very important to you. And have you talked to them yet at all about the possibility of leaving school? Have you talked to them about how you've been doing lately at all?
I talk to them. It's not like we don't ever talk. I don't want to talk to them about this, but my mom or dad or both will call and just to check in. Just to check in to see how I'm doing. Nothing about school per se, but just to see how I'm doing. If I'm eating right, if I'm making friends, or just seeing how I'm doing rather than more school stuff.
So it sounds like they care about your well-being and your happiness.
Yeah, they do. they've shown me like ever since I was little, like they would make sure I'm okay, and I know they support me. Like I know that they care about how I'm doing and how well I'm doing versus like what I'm doing, maybe.
Mhm. So, do you think that leaving school is better for your well-being? Do you think that you will be overall happier in making this decision than you have been lately and you have been this semester?
Will I be happier?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess in the long run, yeah. I mean, I think so. I don't want to drop out, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, I think it's a better decision. Um, I don't know. It's hard because I want to stay in school and I want to do better, and I think I know well, I don't know if I can, but I know that I want to stay in school and I want to do better. At the same time, I know like the things that the things that were holding me back were things like my brother's death, for example, like things distracting me while I was in school. Um, and I know that those things didn't help me because I would always be thinking about like my brother or how my family's doing with like in grieving, and I can't like I couldn't even read a paragraph without being distracted about that stuff and worrying about like my family. Um, so I don't know. I think I want to stay, but I don't know. I feel like if I stay, I don't know if I'll do better because of all this stuff happening. I'm hoping like in the long run that this will be the right decision, even though I don't want people to think I'm a failure. So yeah, I think it's the right decision.
And so, if you're making a decision that you think overall and in the long run will be able to help you kind of work through these things that are going on in your head and be able to grieve properly and figure out what you want to do with your life, and with that stuff kind of taken care of and you working through all of that, it'll improve your well-being. You'll end up being happier, which those are the two things your family seems very concerned about. Don't you think they would be supportive of this decision?
Yeah, I think they would. Like I said, I think they care more about my well-being, especially during this time, and I think they would be supportive. Like I know I stress a lot, thinking I'm going to disappoint them. And, I mean, ultimately, they're not going to like kick me out of the house or anything. Like I know they'll be supportive and make sure I'm okay.
So do you think you can talk to them now and tell them kind of what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to talk to them. Can you talk to them?
I don't think so.
No, I mean, I can probably. I think now, like now that you've said, like, I know, like, you made the point of, that they'll care about how I'm doing rather than like how I'm doing in my classes. I think, especially in regards to my brother passing recently, and it's still fresh, and I think, yeah, I mean, I think they'll be understandable and supportive. So yeah, I should be okay calling them.
Good. All right. Well, good luck, Jeff.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.